And I am on my 4K camera. Welcome to the page. I'm happy to be here talking about DeFi kingdoms and talking about what's happening in overall what's happening right now. I'm going to be talking about the roadmap, what they're building, and what's kind of going on. But first and foremost, let's go take a look at DeFi Tracker. Right now, we're sitting at 1,800. Pretty cool. Inventory is sitting at 66 with over 42 items. I got one hero. My Guardians is giving me 325% APR. And then I got this in the bank, 49 Joule in the bank. That eventually I will be moving to the garden. I'm just waiting for the airdrop to happen. There's another airdrop that's happening with Crystal Veil. So let's go. Okay. So first and foremost, let's go to CoinGecko and take a look at the actual network, because I want to get to the actual page for DeFi Kingdoms. Ooh, let's move myself right over here, and let's go Joule. So I normally go through CoinGecko to get to different pages, because this is generally going to be your place where you know there's going to be no not shilling, but there's not going to be any sort of bugs, because it's CoinGecko. So I go through the official page. I don't look on. I'll never look on a Google or anything like that to find a page or a website. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's go through the website together. Okay, so DeFi Kingdoms. The website is DeFiKingdoms.com. I'll drop it in the link in the description. Welcome to the kingdom. Welcome to the kingdom. DeFi game built on a blockchain designed with usable NFTs. It's also a DEX. That's one thing it's not talking about, but it's actually a DEX. It's ridiculously cheap. So this is kind of like their initial page saying like, "Hey, we are here." Let's see if I make this bigger. What happens? So it's like, "We are here. We are here. We are here." Let's shrink that again. So let's talk about what the Joule token is. The Joule token is built on traded on the Harmony 1 platform using Uniswap version 2 protocol. It's secure, fast, with extremely low trading fees. The trading fees are extremely low, and I don't know how to tell you guys any more of this. You'll be earning rewards in no time, which is true. At the end of the day, like I must say, for the trading fees that I paid, I'm earning quickly. And I'm excited if the market continues going up. I mean, then I'll reap the benefits of it sooner than later. If the market continues going down, then I might have to wait a couple years. All right, but we'll see. This is not about markets. This is more about like why I'm playing this game and just journeying and documenting it for you guys. So the game features, they have a swap where you can swap tokens. Which you can swap Harmony for your Joule, and in another video I'll talk about how to do that. It's actually really simple, but I'll do another video on that. And then you can also create a liquidity pool with Joule liquidity pool tokens, and start mining in our liquidity pool farming pools. So that's another thing in terms of like liquidity pools. That's why I said it's kind of like mining, and as a former miner, that's something that's why I like liquidity pools, because it's that long-term vision. If you ever mined before, you'll know that it's not about it's about ROI, but miners will wait years before they get an ROI. The beauty of this is that not costing me in electricity. The only thing that might be costing me is the fact that my money can disappear, but so can it can do the same thing with a miner. So I'm actually happy about that. And then also in terms of how much you're earning off of it, you can always sell it off. I just choose to compound it because it's just a lot better. Add liquidity in the gardens to unlock Joule token, which is one thing you can do. And then the bank earns staking bonuses. The staking bonuses right now are 18%. So that's very high compared to other staking. So like this is, if you're into staking, this is where you want to go. Heroes, enlist your heroes and defend the gardens, and unlock the locked farming tokens. So eventually it's going to come to a point where your heroes are going to be working for you and doing some other stuff, but right now they just go on quests, and in the quest they get to earn. And then land. So land purchase is coming in DeFi Kingdom. This is going to be cool because you can purchase land in the kingdom of your own, gather resources, build improvements, and watch your kingdom thrive. So this is kind of like if you ever play Clash of Clans, like that's a land that you have, and you're building up your kingdom in that land. So I imagine that it will do something like that. I hope it does something like that. So if you're an early adopter, maybe they might give you a piece of land. I don't know, or it will probably be not that expensive for early adopters, but we'll see. Buildings are to come. Decide how to improve your kingdom and show off your improvement in the world map, and then equipment. Uh, Craft your own equipment. Your warriors are powerful. Okay, so like here's the roadmap. Here's what they've had done already. So they've already built a community. They're already at Capital City and Joules. So new Joule tokens, decentralized exchange, opening a bank, staking, and earn Joules. So this is kind of like where they were. This is where they were. Joule tokens will be airdropped to the first 1,000 people in the Discord channel. They're already well over 1,000, so don't be like, oh, I'm gonna get in. You're late. Heroes and quests. So this is where they're at right now, where they just made the heroes and quests. Hero NFTs that you can buy, trade, combine, level up. Send your heroes on quests to protect the gardens. Mine for Joule tokens. Forge resources. 50 Gen 0 heroes will be given to random winners. So like this is like if you were an early adopter in this, you got a Gen 0. So you would have seen this early. And like we're still early, but like I mean like way early. Like you would have been putting into this, and it would have been the highest risk. The fog of war. So like what it is like what they're talking about in terms of the fog of war will gradually be rolled back. This is what they're talking about. So this is the fog of war. This is fog. So this is what they're speaking of. So this is going to be rolled back, and this kingdom's going to get a lot bigger, right? So this is the ever expanding. You have to look at this. It's almost like an ever expanding NFT, and it may have started like, let's say for instance, it started like this, right, where you only saw like that, like say for instance the gardens, and then then it became like the gardens and the marketplace, and then it became more and more and more. And now I wasn't here for that one thing, but I can guarantee you that as it continues expanding, this will be something that will be like you'll have to zoom in, and it's a map, it's a world map, right? And it continues growing. So kingdoms are going to be added to it. Land auctions, world map expansion is the next thing that they're building right now. Same thing with this is like if you were early enough, you have it, or if you have enough money to put, if you feel like this is the game that you want to really put into, 1,000 Joule is roughly about $7,000. So if you want to go put $7,000 in, go ahead. On today's math, 25 more kingdom plots will be given to random winners. So like this is, if you're only doing it because of this is not the right reason. But I know some people like airdrop, so there's an airdrop for you. Buildings, players will be able to build buildings on their land plots to mine resources and provide other benefits for their heroes. So this is actually pretty dope. And then we got equipment. This is where we're going next in terms of it. And then PvE and PvP. This is going to be really cool because then your actual heroes. So if you're playing the game, you're leveling up your heroes to the point where this will be what you're going to be doing eventually. Okay, where it's going to be PvP tournaments with player versus player tournaments that might have and you get to form parties, so clans. So like this goes back to like Clash of Clans or anything else, where you get to form guilds. So this is actually pretty dope where they're going with this. You can read the white paper right here if you want to go deeper into it. So like I said, I like this game. I like what it stands for. I like what it's doing. The current price valuation is $753 for Joule. Is kind of, for people, it's like, oh my gosh, but the entire market's down, so I don't really care at that point. At this point, I'm just more playing the game, and I'm going out there playing the game on a regular basis. This is wrong. But I just updated my anyways, I just updated my new computer for this. So I'm going to be able to play it on this computer. It has a better camera. The microphone has a bigger screen as well, so I can see so much more. But yeah, this is DeFi Kingdoms, guys. If you haven't been involved in it, I highly suggest you get involved in it. It's definitely a great game. The roadmap looks terrific. For me, I like the roadmap. I like where they're going with it. I'm going to have a video breaking down tokenomics and whatnot with that as well. But like this is definitely, in terms of where we're going with this is definitely, I see this becoming something bigger than it is. If you want, you can also see the charts. So let's just go into the deck scanner, And every single thing that's in the game, well, not everything, but I'm pretty sure a lot of things that are in the game are are also worth something, right? So this is the whole play to earn aspect. When your hero goes out and gets a bunch of like ragweed, it's worth something in the game. So it's a whole in-game economy, and you can now sell that in-game economy for other stuff, right? So like gold is worth 1 cent right now, and you never know. You might be like, oh, I'm not gonna take this that seriously, but for me, I look at gold is always gold. So if you're gonna build a guild, eventually gold will end up being a thing. So for me, I'm gonna continue stacking up my gold because you never know what's gonna end up happening in terms of this. And you can see where the liquidity is. All the liquidity is in Joule and one. We got $54,000 in gold. Holy Grail has 310,000 in liquidity. 33 million just in this liquidity pool right here. Jeez. And then you have a lot of other liquidity pools that have some things. Alright. So if I was to organize this by liquidity. Gold. After all the liquidity pools. Okay, so there we go. Okay. After all the liquidity pools, this is one of the largest liquidity pools right here. So after all the liquidity pools, we have gold, which is right here. So there's other stuff as well. This is another one. I gotta look into this. Artemis is another thing. Gold is right here, which is not a liquidity pool. So this is all liquidity pools. This is something that actually in the game. So right now, there's more money in gold than there is in wrapped Bitcoin in here, which is that says nothing for you because you're like, oh, who cares? So for me, I'm just looking at it as a point of view of like, I'm looking at gold, and the way you can get gold is by sending your hero on a quest and selling the items that the hero has. So this is all speculation here. None of this is financial advice or deemed as financial advice. Please do not go and buy gold on DeFi Kingdom. Not telling you that. But what I'm telling you is I'm paying attention to the gold chart because gold has a rarity anywhere you go. And if you're talking about Middle Ages or anything like that, if this is going to be DeFi Kingdom's gold, it's currently really, really low in price. So for me, I'm looking at this as like, all right, well, it's incredibly low in price. Well, why not have it? It's not showing up now. Oh, well. Let's go 24-hour volume. You guys can see more people are... There's people selling it, people buying it, people doing everything. It has its own in-game economy. So this is what I like about DeFi Kingdom. I like the fact that it has its own in-game economy going. So definitely do your own research on it. Continue to investigate on it. Understand more about what's happening. And remember, this is the first iteration of it. We're still in beta. We're still growing. So this is not going to be like, oh, the graphics suck or anything like that. Imagine Legend of Zelda when it was just pixelated, and now look at what Legend of Zelda now. Right? And so this is where they're starting, but I can guarantee you, I'm pretty sure, I'm confident. I'm putting my bets on this that they're going to continue growing here. All right, guys. So that's it for today. Really want to get on here and talk about DeFi Kingdoms, what's happening in terms of, and get up to also update in terms of my this. Obviously, in terms of what's happening with this. The APR kind of dropped in the last week, but like I said, the market's dropping, so we're kind of figuring out once the market drops and we solidify something, we'll kind of understand more about where we're at. And we'll kind of understand more about where we're at and where we're going to be going. Overall, you can see we can go into my gardens right now before I end this and kind of see where we're at with the estimated earnings, and then I'll wrap it up. So, estimated earnings from this right here was roughly about, so 22 hours ago, actually I claimed already 22 hours ago. So roughly about 1 token a day, that's how much I'm getting, and weekly is 7. What I'm probably going to start doing is claiming on a weekly basis, take the 7, and because eventually what I want to do is actually on a monthly basis, 7, 14, 21. So we got 28 tokens. On a monthly basis, I'll probably just continually add to this liquidity pool, because the liquidity pools are the best way for you to actually earn the most, because of the APR. And I want to bring this APR up. The reason why the APR is down actually is because of this liquidity pool, not because of this. This liquidity pool is still high. It's still at like 350 or 360. This one's only at 77%. So, which brings down my total APR. So my goal is to actually bring my APR up by adding to this liquidity pool from the Joule that I'm getting from the liquidity pool. So on a monthly basis, I'll be adding to this liquidity pool. I can actually add to it on a weekly basis, so that's what I'll probably do. Any excess Joule I have, I'll split it between Mist and Joule and continually add here and just bring this up. Okay, so and you guys are gonna witness it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for everything you did. Make sure that you take a look at the description. There is a special thanks out to NordVPN, who's sponsoring this video, sponsoring the Crypto Club. We got 72% off on NordVPN, so make sure that you go there if you are looking for a VPN service. I like Nord, so definitely check it out. And then also make sure you check out all the socials. Follow me on all the socials. I'm always dropping some information and stuff as well. But thank you for following me on this journey. I'm looking forward to making some money with you guys and also just seeing where you guys go. Drop in the comments if you made it this far. Drop in the comments what you like most, what you want to hear about in terms of DeFi Kingdoms more, and I can go more deeper into it. Like I said, I'm planning on making more videos on this, and just as I progress and continue going through this and as I get better at this game, I hope to really, this will be a platform where I can really talk to you guys about this game and have my own personal experience and share with you guys about what I'm doing and what I see about it. And if you guys like that, make sure you share, like, subscribe, and pass it on to a friend. All right, guys?